But I have said before, is that Star Wars is a almost perfect concept.
I agree.
Because it could be so good, and every time they do it, something's off.
There's a lot of misuse.
Yeah.
There's a lot of misuse. I mean, even like George Lucas, like all throughout every trilogy, there's been things that people love or hate, and this was a poor use or the plot holes, whatever. As a thing, as an entity, it's my favorite. Yeah,
I just feel like it could be the perfect thing. That's why I got kind of excited when I heard they're always trying to make new versions of Star Wars.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what was it? Zach, he was in charge of the DC universe for Zach.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Terrible names, but
yeah. He tried to make, he made like Rebel Moon or something.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's like Star Wars, but without all the stupid stuff. And I was like, this is going to be awesome. And then you watch it and you're like,
still a lot of stupid stuff, bro.
Still a lot of stupid stuff. Just because you put boobs in slow motion doesn't mean that you don't have to have a plot,
Right, yeah.
Sorry, man. Zack Snyder. Sorry.
Yes.
If you're watching, and we know that you are, I apologize.
You just lost your number one fan right there.
But yeah, I know. Good concept. I'll never be Batman or whatever. Yeah, good initiative. Bad judgment.
100%. And I agree. I think Star Wars is the best cinematic universe. Like, if you're going to write a story, the best, the Marvel universe, the DC universe, Game of Thrones, like all Harry Potter, all these things, I think Star Wars is the best one because it has main characters and it has factions.
Yes.
And like Marvel mostly has just characters. And like some of these other ones, like Game of Thrones is good because it kind of has both, but like Star Wars has both at such a crazy scale, and they're all different and badass.
Because like with Marvel, once the main characters left, I really stopped caring. I don't care about all the side plots. I don't care about all the, this is his sidekick's best friend's girlfriend.
100%,
don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care like that. But with Star Wars, you get invested. You're like, okay, well, this could be important, like
100%.
Yeah. So I'm with you on that 100%.
Yeah, this is the greatest podcast. Oh, cool.
Best place you've traveled to. You told me you've been to Greece recently and Portugal recently.
Yeah, those are the last two trips with my now fiance. She was studying in Athens over the summer, summer 24, and so I went for like the last 10 days. Or not studying, she was doing research in a NICU just outside of Athens.
That's awesome.
She's so much cooler than I am. And so I went to visit her there. That was amazing. Portugal is also incredible. I gotta say.
So did you do the whole like the Pantheon?
Yeah, we went to the Acropolis. She was based in Athens, so we spent most of our time there. Then we went to an island called Sifnos, which is kind of a very low key, like, kind of slept on island, but it's known for like the best food in Greece. That's like the Foodie island.
That's
like
awesome.
They have food on there that you won't find elsewhere in Greece. Like a couple really famous like Greek chefs have come from there. So
that's awesome.
And I'm a huge foodie, so like that was awesome. And like the beaches were pristine. Portugal, we did Porto, or we started in Lisbon, went to Sintra, which is like where all of the royal families and like super wealthy families built their summer homes, like up in the mountains.
Oh, really?
It's stunningly cool. Then went to the island of Madeira for a few days. That's like it was wonderful. That's like actually it's on the map here.
Oh yeah.
It's like a little island kind of near Morocco. Then went to Porto, which was our favorite city. We visited up in the north and then finished in the beaches in the south. Favorite place I've ever been though is Delphi in Greece. I'm a huge history nerd, and that's where the Oracle of Delphi was, who was like one of the most important religious figures in the whole ancient world. Huh. Like people would come from Egypt and Italy and like Asia Minor, like now Turkey, all to come see her and like pretty much like receive prophecies. And so she would retreat into this underground kind of layer under the temple of Apollo, and they said that these like hallucinogenic fumes, these naturally occurring hallucinogenic gases from these vaults in the ground would come up through this cave and cause her to have these crazy psychedelic trips. And then she had priests who would stand there and write down what they could interpret, and those were her prophecies. Then she would go on this rock and give those prophecies. And it's one of the coolest things I've ever visited. It's up in these mountains that are gorgeous, and you're up in the mountains, but then you can also see all the way down to the ocean. Like, it's dramatic, it's picturesque. Like, I'm not a religious person. Like, grew up Jewish, don't care now. Like, appreciate all religions, but just not for me. But that was one of the places where I was like, oh, I can see why they thought this was like the religious center of their world. And they built a stadium there, and basically it was also kind of like a political thing. Mm-hmm. So like if you could have control over that area, like that was really big because you could collect taxes for people visiting. You could kind of have control over the oracle, and people would donate all these elaborate art pieces and buildings to try to get good favor, because they thought if I get good favor with the oracle, she's getting these prophecies from the gods, I'll get some favorable prophecies. Like that's how much they really bought it and believed it. One of the coolest places I've ever been, easily.
I would love to do that. My big thing is like I love to find places where I can see the stars.
Yeah.
One thing
totally.
I don't like about living in a city or being in a city is you don't see the stars.
Yeah.
But if you've ever been out in a very, very remote place, like I was on an aircraft carrier for a little bit, and when you're in the middle of the ocean, there's no light pollution whatsoever, and you see what the sky is supposed to look like all the time, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's the most crazy, beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And so like that makes me think like, oh, I wonder what the stars there are like, you know.
I mean, cool, but like, you know, it's still like there's towns
it's still
all
a
throughout the
town and
mountains.
stuff like that. I watched a documentary on Machu Picchu the other day, and that was the first thing that popped in my mind, was because it's up on these mountains, surrounded by other mountains. Like there's no big cities for quite a while.
Oh yeah,
and even the big cities around there are still.
Cusco's like a town.
Cusco. Yeah.
It's just like a town.
Exactly.
It's like a 5-day hike to Machu Picchu too. Like you're way out there.
And it's crazy to me. Like what, like I would love to see that again. I wish that we could implement a thing. I know this is stupid and everybody's going to be like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
But I wish for like just one night a year, I wish everybody in the world would just turn off the lights.
Yeah, totally.
We're just like, hey, we're just tonight, no artificial light. We're going to just let it, you know, and it probably, I don't even know how long it would take for the light to like get into outer space and let the starlight come back in, you know. But I just wish that there was a way where it's like, see, this is what you're supposed to see all the time. Isn't this cool?
It's mind-numbingly cool. Like, it's crazy. Also, great stargazing song. Oh my God, it's by Crosby, Stills and Nash. It's about the Winchester Cathedral. Basically, I think it was Stephen Stills like had a mushroom trip and went to this old church in like the Scottish countryside, and it's all about like your place in space and time. It's a really, really cool song. I think it's just called Cathedral.
I love things like that. I love hearing about like, you know, like, oh, I didn't mean to like this. I didn't set out to have like this spiritual, you know, like experience, but like I just took mushrooms one night and then went somewhere, and next thing you know, I wrote a beautiful song, or I did this, or I did that.
It's a wonderful song, Cathedral by Crosby, Stills, Nash, on the CSN album, which is like it's kind of a late 70s album, so it's got, you know, people know like the earlier stuff. It's a beautiful album. So
where else have you gone that you travel a lot? Yeah,
I travel for work. That's mostly like Vegas, which I hate Vegas. Yeah, I'm just tired of Vegas. I went like 4 times in a year. I'm like, this is way too much.
I went a lot from age like 21 to 23.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah.
And by a lot, I mean like 5 times.
That is a lot.
I remember being 23, being like, I think I'm over this.
100%.
Yeah.
I'd say between like outside of Portugal and Greece, I just was in Boston earlier this week. I was like, this city rips. Like, very cool city. Bostonians are hilarious. The food's great. The city's beautiful. My grandparents, for their 50th anniversary, were like, we want to do this like big blowout trip, use every airline mile we've ever built up on United. Took my mom, dad, brother, and I, my aunt, uncle, and cousin, and the two of them. So 9 of us. We all did safaris in Africa for like 2 weeks, and that was in South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Botswana, and that was like talking about the stars, like unbelievable. That was really sick.
My parents did that recently, and then my aunt and my grandmother, like 10 years ago, took one.
Yeah.
But yeah, and they've all said that it was the coolest thing.
It was really sick. You don't really get to see much of like, we spent like a day in Cape Town.
Yeah.
Like it's not one of those trips. Like I love to just walk around a city and just get lost. And like, that's not that type of trip. But it was really, really cool. I'm trying to think. I have a lot of trips that are on like kind of penciled in for next year that I'm excited about.
Yeah. So, where do you want to go? What's your like dream? Like, I can't wait to go.
Oh, excellent question. Let's see. I have a show at 7, so it's currently 1. So we might have to.
Okay.
I might have to cut this short. Currently on the books is going to be honeymoon in Japan, which is my girlfriend's pick. She really wants to go to Japan. Not sure yet.
Okay.
We have when I say on the books, it's like fall of 2027. Like we just go, we'll get married in like a year, and then that'll be the honeymoon.
I spent 8 months in Okinawa, and it was awesome.
Yeah, because there's a giant base there, right?
Yeah. It's like most of the island is military bases.
Right.
But then we did go to the mainland for a couple, 2 or 3 times. For like 4 days, and you fly back and do a bunch of different stuff. But I went to northern Japan and did like a whole bunch of mountain training.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful up there. And like you walk into a shop or something like that, and they're not really used, like Okinawa, they're used to it.
You go to Tokyo,
military's been there since 45. It's not, they're used to seeing us. But you go to northern Japan, they're not really used to seeing, especially me. I'm 6'6".
Yeah.
And so like it was like a big, like I was taking pictures with people, and everybody was like, they were so like, it was cool. And then we went to, I think it was Kyoto for a couple days.
Oh, cool. Yeah, the old capital.
Yeah.
Is it the current capital?
I thought, well, maybe it is.
Might be I know it either is or was the capital, yeah.
Yeah. I always just assumed it was Tokyo, but then I'm like, maybe that's just their biggest city.
A lot of great history, though, in Kyoto.
Yeah. It was so cool. And we got to, like tour a shrine and all this stuff. It was pretty cool. So I love Japan.
That we're really looking forward to. I'd say not her more so just because that's like the number 1 on her list. It's not necessarily the number 1 on my list, but it is obviously very high up there.
Yeah.
So that's going to be super, super cool. The other one is my buddy is getting married also in 2027. So we're like, why don't we do a trip like the 2 of us?
Yeah.
And go somewhere crazy that like my girlfriend loves to travel. I don't want to go anywhere that she would be like, oh, I'm
disappointed.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm really pushing for Uzbekistan.
Okay.
If you've never looked up Uzbekistan, it is some of the most beautiful Muslim architecture in the entire world. Like basically there's a warlord called Timur or Tamerlane in like the 1400s. Mm-hmm. He was like, after the Mongols came in, he was like a Mongol warlord. And he loved his home city, Samarkand, so much that he was like, I'm going to conquer as much as I can. Partially for just the love of the game.
Right.
But then also to get as many resources as he can to build his city into the most beautiful city in the world. And he did. Like for its day, it was one of the best cities on the planet. And so it has these amazing giant mosques and Muslim schools and all throughout. And it was like a Silk Road hub too. So it is a lot
I'd love to see that.
I
love
it's
ancient
amazing.
Cities. My wife went to Jerusalem.
Yeah, I've been there too. Yeah,
2 years ago, and said she was like blown away by,
Jerusalem was cool. Yeah,
yeah. She was like she loved it, and she wants to go back. We've been to Scotland. Scotland is it's so nice. We were in a place called Inverness.
Yeah.
And it was just, green rolling hills and fluffy cows.
Yeah,
and like, it was so like for us, that's my kind of vacation. I want to get like away.
I don't want to see a person.
Yeah. I enjoy I want to put my feet up. I want to go for a walk through the woods. I want to, You know, like 100%. I don't want to
100%.
talk to like I have my social battery depletes so quickly.
Yeah.
That a lot of people have said like it's crazy to me that you wanted to be a comic because don't like
so many
people.
comics though.
Yeah, and I'm like I don't like most people. So like earlier you were talking about how do I find my audience, and it's like no, you just want to appeal to everybody.
Yeah.
Like I've thought about before, I've had so many people be like, "Oh, you should just do like military stuff."
Right.
Like and then you just, just apply focus yourself on military people.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
like,
that requires me meeting and talking with a lot of military folks.
And I'll be honest, no offense, other veterans out there, but a lot of you guys are kind of douchebags. Like
he said it, not
mean?
me.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Well, it's okay. It's yeah. It's one of those things. Like you were in for 3 years.
Yeah.
You hated it the entire time. And then you got out and it became your entire personality.
Yeah.
It's like, it's crazy to me. Like there are guys I know that I served with that they would count. They would be like, only 78 more haircuts until I'm a free man.
Holy
you know what
crap.
I mean? They would count how many, and you're like, dude, you hate it that much that you've counted those. And they're like, yep. And then they get out and it's like, all they wear is like, Grunt Life t-shirts and stuff like that, which does also piss me off because so I was in the Marines. I was infantry. One of the nicknames for the infantry is grunts.
Yeah.
So technically those shirts are made for like us and everyone wears them. Yeah. And it's like, you weren't. You sat at a desk for 4 years in 29 Palms, California. You weren't a grunt. Like,
yeah, you did oil changes on Jeeps. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I mean, even that is better than like some of these people. Like, there were a couple people I met. They were good guys, but that's literally all they did was like stamp paperwork for 4 years and like, or count, how many boxes of MREs there were in the storehouse. And it's like, all right, man, you weren't exactly on the front line.
Yeah,
you weren't exactly.
Don't wear the grunt shirt.
Yeah, exactly. Like there were so many guys that would tell me they're like, "Oh, bullets don't fly without supply," and you're like, that might be true, but once they get there, you're not shooting them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what are you?
Yeah, I'm a lot closer to the bullet than what are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Okay, sure. They also don't get shot out unless they get manufactured in freaking a place in China or wherever.
Uh-huh.
And but the 7-year-old who's building the bullets in Pakistan isn't wearing a Grunt Life shirt. Like,
yeah. Well,
at a certain point in the supply chain.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like and then to be fair, and then also there are a lot of veterans that are just like cool dudes. They're like, yep, it's something I did.
Totally,
they treat it like college. And they'll, every now and then you get a story like, oh yeah, well, when I was in the military, we did blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Like that. But the people that make it their entire personality is like, okay, man. All right. If you were in for 30 years, then yeah, go for it. That is it was a life sentence for you. Go for it, but wear the hats and the jackets and join a motorcycle gang. That's so much different. So much different. But I'm talking specifically about the people that were in for like a minimum like 4-year enlistment and then even got out a little early. It's like, what do you do? You know what I mean?
Well, but like we talked about, same thing with college. Like if that was where you peaked, if that's your whole personality, was what happened in those 4 years, what have you been doing the last 20?
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, I mean, I hang up military stuff in my office. I have a Marine Corps sticker on the back of my car. I'm very happy that I did it. I'm very proud that I did it. But I also do other things. Right, I was a human before that, and now I'm a human after that. So
totally.
Yeah. And I feel like I went unfairly. Now I'm like, oh, I might have pissed everybody off, but
better you saying it than me.
There are, and then you do meet people that were like badass, and that's cool. But the people that are like the most badass don't want to talk about it. They I've
met some like legit like special forces or like highest level of intelligence.
And they're like, oh, come on, man.
Like the elite of what they do. And yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You're like, oh, do you got any good story? You're like, they're like, I mean, not Yeah, I guess. But
Yeah.
like, don't you want to talk about football or something like that?
Yeah,
Like
right.
they like I like.
Dude, cards look good this year. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah.
I told someone the other day, they were asking me like, "Oh, so do you like love guns?" And I'm like, I mean, I can shoot, but if you pulled out a gun and laid it on the table, I'm not gonna pick it up.
Yeah.
Like I know what that is. Like
I can't like take it apart blindfolded, clean everything blindfolded, and put it back together with my toes. Like,
yeah. It also it's like it's to me that's a tool. So
Right.
it's like if I pulled out a hammer right now and was like, ooh, and like put it on the desk in front of you,
I would start pounding stuff.
Yeah,
I would start hitting shit. Yeah,
I actually, as I was saying that, I was like, you know what? He does give off vibes of fidget energy.
100%.
Yeah. And I actually, maybe that's what I should start doing. Instead of everybody like signing the wall or something like that, I'll give them a hammer and be like, hey, just ding the table.
Give them a gun. Just right there. Yeah. See what they do. Oh, cool. Oh. I guess I am in St. Louis. I might want this for the weekend.
Yeah, exactly. You might want to keep that on you.
Funny.
All right,
This is the great. Oh, man.
Best meal you can cook.
Again, I have a show in like 6 hours. So we really like this is best meal I can cook. There's so many ways I could go with this because I have some dishes that are really simple that I like nail. Like for Valentine's Day, my girlfriend wanted I make basically like a grilled al pastor taco. So it's like beef tenderloins, cut them in half, like really open it up, 24-hour marinate in blended pineapples, pineapple juice. That's
so. Yes.
What is the authentic like Mexican chili powder? There's like a ancho chili powder, a little bit of Kashmiri Indian chili powder.
I was gonna be like tahini.
Yeah, avocado with tahini, by the way, is like
next level.
Oh, so my brother was like, it's like guacamole without the work. I was like, it's like pretty good description.
Yeah.
And like. Oh, so ancho chili powder, a little bit of like either Kashmiri Indian chili powder for some heat or some cayenne, smoked paprika. And a lot of the spices I get are from Mexican, Indian, and Middle Eastern grocery stores. If you're buying your spices at Walmart, you're a fucking idiot. Can I just say that? I don't know if I can curse, but this is the one time I'm going to use it.
Yeah.
Dude, go to it. Find an Indian grocery store. Find a Middle Eastern grocery store. They have spices 5 times the quantity, 5 times the quality for half the price. Like I only buy them at places like that.
Yeah. If you're going for McCormick's or whatever, like you're wasting money.
100%.
They're so because it's like $3.95 for a bottle like this. And you're like,
yeah.
But then you go to one of these Ethiopian market, Indian, like there's a lot of like Asian markets around here.
100%.
They just have like they look like dime bags, so you got to be careful because they do kind of look like drugs a little bit.
Yeah,
but they'll have just as much of the seasoning for 98 cents,
dude. And yeah, exactly. Or a lot of times you can get like a giant bag. Like I got a bag of Kashmiri chili powder like a year ago, and I'm still going through it. Like it's so. But yeah, so marinate 24 hours, cumin chili powder, paprika, pineapple juice, a little bit of lemon, grill it.
Yeah, I love that you said pineapple juice.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it's like, again, that's why I'm like, it's al pastor-ish.
Yeah.
Like, and you get a lot of the sweetness from there. And then I make a salsa verde with grill up jalapenos, grill up like half an onion, some garlic. What else goes in there? A little bit of lime. Oh, and tomatillos. Grilled tomatillos.
Okay.
And I don't take off the grill. People like strip off the grill. I'm like, no, it gives it a charred flavor. The onion brings in the sweetness. Like, I don't know how authentic it is. Probably not authentic, but it's banger. That's a good one.
You mean Spencer salsa? It might not be authentic.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, no.
But still, it sounds like I don't think anybody would be like, nah, I'm not trying that.
It's really good. But I cook a lot of. I always try to find like a weird, not even weird, but like a international recipes and try to cook. Like I make like really good like Indian curries. Like really tasty. Like I have so many aromatics in my house. It's insane. Like I have like a cabinet of just aromatics and raw spices, and like toast them up, and then with the onions, and then I use like Indian ghee. Like really gives like a nice richness, and like I
want to come to your house,
dude. I'm constantly cooking up something funky.
That sounds so good. It sounds so good.
Yeah, I love cooking.
what was I going to say? Pineapple. Pineapple is my favorite new ingredient.
Sure.
Where you can use it in a lot of things you wouldn't think about. And it just gives it like boosts the flavor, gives it a little bit of sweetness, but not too much. And sweet and spicy together is my favorite flavor combination. 100%.
All time. Well, it's a great meat tenderizer too, because the enzymes in pineapple
break it down.
Break it down. That's why it like almost hurts your mouth a little bit, because it's breaking your mouth proteins down. So that's why it's so great for like steaks and stuff.
We had back when I was playing football, we had a pregame meal one time, and they took us to like a Ryan's or a Golden Corral or something like that. Yeah. And I had a buddy who just got plate after plate after plate of just pineapple.
Oh my God.
He's just like, I just love pineapple. He's like, oh, I haven't had pineapple in forever. I love pineapple.
I'm sure his girlfriend was happy about it, but that's aggressive, dude.
But then later he was like, oh, my mouth hurts. Oh, why does my mouth hurt? And I'm like, dude, you just ate like 3 pineapples. Of course your mouth hurts, man.
Dude.
Like, yeah, there's acid in there. Like,
oh yeah, that's so funny though.
Yeah.
To go to like a Golden Corral and be like, you want steak? You want, now I'll just get as much pineapple as you have.
Oh yeah, and you know that the pineapple at the Golden Corral in West Plains, Missouri, was just the freshest.
Oh yeah, just straight from Mexico.
Plucked it straight off the Dole farm.
Yeah, right off the tree.
Yeah,
that's so funny. But my love of cooking actually came from like my family. There's a funny story about like Thanksgiving in my family is very odd.
Okay.
Because the boys cook it every year. And that's been like a 30-plus year tradition.
I don't hate that.
No, it's awesome. And it started when my dad was in college, because my grandma used to cook it. And my dad and my grandpa were going back and forth about like how the meal was kind of light, wasn't very like robust, festive. And we think it was my grandpa called it a Weight Watchers Thanksgiving. So my grandma flipped them both the bird.
Yeah.
Said F you and F you. And you guys are cooking next year. I'm done. I'm throwing in the apron.
Okay.
And my dad got a call in October. He was like, Jay, she wasn't kidding. We got to cook Thanksgiving. So they rounded up some guys. They created a menu. And every year except for like 2, we had a death in the family. And we just kind of did a couple other things.
Yeah.
Well, one year we just took off completely. We went to like a place in Nebraska, in Nebraska City, which is like has a lot of it's like the Arbor. I think Nebraska started like Arbor. What is it? Arbor Day? Yeah, Nebraska started Arbor Day, and it's kind of like it's all these what the hell's a tree farm called?
Oh, I have
freaking tree farms.
It's not a nursery, is it? Because a nursery is where you go to get. I mean, that's where you go get flowers and stuff. But
I liked it.
Do you? Okay.
I'll count it. Put it on the board for you.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of nurseries and apple picking, and like it's just very kind of getaway, go out and nature-y type of thing. And so we did that for a year. And then the next year we came back and we said, you know what, the family's going to cook. So my mom, my aunt, my grandma, my cousin, like they all got in on the action, and all of them complained so much, except for my cousin Lindsay, who's like one of the best cooks in the family. Everybody complained so much that we were like, okay, you guys are done. We're going back to the boys cooking.
Okay.
Like we can't. So yeah, my dad loves cooking. He's always, trying.
That's awesome.
He exposed me to a lot of the foods I love and also love of cooking. So
I don't cook a ton. I grill a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't in the actual kitchen. I don't end up cooking that much. But I love the more I discover it and the more I like try things out, the more fun it is.
My favorite thing is I got like some stainless steel pots and pans when we moved, because we just moved to Chicago in October. And I was like, I love cooking. I have this crap cookware from college.
Yeah.
I need nice stuff.
Yeah, we just threw out all our like Teflon stuff.
Yeah.
Just recently, and we're like stainless steel only. And
dude, it's the best because you get more fond, like more of the crispy bits in the pan.
Yeah.
Out of that than anything else, and like the sauces you can make out of that, and like it's so good. It's so fun to cook with. I set off the smoke alarm constantly. We have like the most sensitive smoke alarms I've ever seen in our apartment, and I set it off incessantly, but it's like the food rock. So what am I gonna say?
I do a lot of times I will broil like chicken wings.
Yeah.
I I like to smoke them. I'll do them in the oven for a little bit, and then I like to broil them real quick.
Yeah.
And there was one day where I slid them into the broiler, set like a minute-long timer, and then got distracted.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, I was like, the wings. And I like went, and as soon as I opened the door, it was just like,
oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, no. So much smoke. And like my kids were like laying on the ground. I'm like, it's not that bad. Get up.
You're putting a wet towel over their mouth. You're like, guys,
come on.
Yeah.
Come on. It's not even black smoke. It's white. We're fine. We're fine.
It's chicken smoke. It's a light meat.
Yeah, exactly.
That's hilarious.
But I wish that I was a better cook.
That's fair.
Here we go.
Whoa.
Best intro in the WWE.
Oh, man. You got to go Undertaker.
Yeah.
Just because, like, nobody changed the temperature in a room quite like he did. The lights go off, you hear the bell, and it's, like, spine tingling, the goosebumps. Wrestling is all about emotion. It's storytelling. It's invoking strong emotions. I love this guy. I hate this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he just brought this energy for decades that was impossible to replicate. Like Penta, who I was talking about earlier, amazing entrance. Like super fun music. There's some people who I love their music, but like as far as just the best entrance, you said song, so I'll do a second pick
intro,
also. But
no, like intro, that
it's got to be.
It's all together.
An American Badass take was really fun. Keep rolling. Like that's a great time on the motorcycle, but like that just classic Undertaker there's nothing that has ever been like that or ever will be.
I've maybe seen 5 matches my entire life.
Sure.
But I will say I was sitting down somewhere one time watching a classic one and I couldn't tell you who was doing it.
Sure.
But during the middle of it, there was the sound of breaking glass.
Oh, yeah.
And Stone Cold Steve Austin came in, and everybody I was with was like freaking out about it. And I remember just being like, oh, apparently is this cool? And they're like, dude, this is like Batman just came in the ring. Like, this is about to change like that. Yeah. And I remember being like, that's pretty cool. So he wins, but I'm also the most uneducated person of all time.
No, that is an unbelievable pick. Nobody will ever like shit on you for that pick. Because you're right, like the glass breaks and the song's cool too. Like the song is awesome, but like the whole just you hear that, everybody goes ballistic.
That's awesome.
So yeah, great pick.
All right, we'll do one more.
I'll do it. I'll be here for hours, dude. I do not care.
So you said you like baseball, but real quick, break down your fandom of sports because you sent me a list of things you like.
Did I say baseball?
You like no, I don't think so, but this just reminded me of
sure.
So you like the Avalanche for hockey.
So I'll go chronologically. So like born in Nebraska.
Okay.
Nebraska football.
Huskers.
Ride or die.
Yeah.
Like my mood that week depends on that football team. Like that's
okay.
I'm a huge Husker fan. I watch all the press conferences. Like every Husker football is like head and shoulders above the rest. Came to hockey kind of later. Had a friend who was a big Avalanche fan from Denver and was like always begging me to be a hockey fan with him. Okay. And so when I finally did, my grandparents lived in Colorado for most of my life. And between them and him, I was like, okay, I feel like the Avs is the natural pick here. This was 7 years ago or so. Went to KU for college. Mm-hmm. So, like KU football, they kind of were teetering on being good when I was there, which was fun. But then obviously basketball is like some of the most fun experiences I've ever had at a sporting event or in that Allen Fieldhouse.
You sent me a list and it was like every sport had a different team from a different state.
Yep.
And I remember being like, I was just like reading through it and I'm like, how does that work?
Welcome to the Midwest.
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome to a state that doesn't have anything. Like Nebraska doesn't have pro sports.
Yeah.
So if you drive around Nebraska and you see flags on people's yards or flags on the truck or bumper stickers, all that stuff, you'll see every team. Like, especially the Midwestern teams, like football, Green Bay, Detroit, Chicago, Kansas City, Denver, Minnesota, like those are really popular. But then you'll see, hey, my dad was from New England. We're a Pats fan. I'm a Pats fan just because of that. Like, there's a lot of that too. So, you really get to kind of pick and choose. And we weren't really a basketball family growing up. It was like football was it. And, we'd watch March Madness and we'd watch the Olympics and the Masters and the World Series and like the marquee events. But as far as fandom, it was just the Huskers. So when I went to KU, my dad kind of grew up a KU basketball fan because Nebraska basketball was pretty much irrelevant till this year. And so then I became a fan, and my mom is now the biggest basketball fan in the family. She went from not caring about a single sport, watching the Huskers just because we are, to she watched more KU basketball games this year than anybody else in my family did.
The only basketball my mom ever watches is March Madness. She loves March Madness, and she loves the song they play at the end. When they cut the net and stuff like that, the one shining moment. Oh, she just gets so into that, but doesn't watch pros, does not care about the rest of the season, only wants to watch. She loves the little stories they tell about individual players on teams, and it's like, well, he's been at whatever, he's been at Duke for 2 years now, and it took him a while to come out of his shell, and then his brother got diagnosed with cancer, so now he's playing for him, and my mom's like, well, now I'm a Duke fan, and it's like, okay. She gets so into that.
Well, and KU won the national championship my freshman year, 2022.
Oh, I bet that was wild.
So, and I was at the Allen Fieldhouse watching the game, and we got to storm the court because there's nobody there, so there's no danger. And you'd never go on the fog court ever. So that was really special. And then walking to downtown and partying, and it was amazing. But my mom got spoiled. That's her first year being a fan of any sports team, and they win the national championship in the biggest comeback in NCAA basketball national championship history. So she's been chasing that dragon. We'll say.
I was in Nashville the night Vanderbilt beat Alabama.
Whoa!
I guess it was 2 years ago now.
That's an addy to them.
Yeah, exactly. And they tore the goalpost down and carried it down Broadway, threw it in the river and stuff like that. And I had a show that night, so I was kind of pissed because I was like, it's blocking traffic.
Yeah.
But then I realized later, I'm like, well, this is a cool moment. At least I got to see this.
We had one of those games at KU football because, again, the football team has been irrelevant for so long, where we beat number 6 Oklahoma, tore down the goalpost and threw it in the pond that's right next to the stadium. That was amazing.
Now, I'm surprised that you get along with Tim and Greg because you're KU.
Oh, yeah,
right?
big Mizzou fans.
They're big. They went to Mizzou. Greg was on the wrestling team.
Oh, they let me know about it.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure they have opinions.
Oh, yeah, it's not something that hasn't been talked about. The thing is, I always tell people, I'm a KU fan, a Jayhawk alum, but I'm a Nebraska guy. My rivalries that I never really liked Mizzou. Even when it was the Big 12 and Nebraska was there.
Yeah.
Mizzou kind of always annoyed me for whatever reason, but now I can't stand Texas, can't stand Iowa. It's the Nebraska rivalries, old and new, that those are the teams I hate.
I don't know if I'm not a huge Mizzou fan because when I was in high school, my senior year was one of those weird years in college football where everyone lost a couple games they shouldn't have lost.
Oh, yeah.
No one went undefeated at all, and then Mizzou won the national championship.
Right.
And everybody's like, Mizzou's the best school, they're the best football. And I'm like, they're not. They just this is the fluke year.
Yeah.
Like that. And everybody was like, oh, no, they're great. They're so good. They're so good. And people signed up to go to Mizzou just because they won the national championship. And then the next year, not very good.
Yeah, 4-8.
Yeah. And I'm like, I told you guys. So that always pissed me off. But I was at a wedding 2 weeks ago, and I didn't know that there were a bunch of Mizzou grads there, but apparently there were. Because
they let you know.
They let you know because Mr. Brightside came on, and apparently during Mr. Brightside, there's a part where everybody just starts chanting, "Fuck KU." Fuck K, they just keep just on repeat, and you're
classy as usual.
Hey, my kids are here, and grandparents, and whatever, just hey, if we could maybe not we don't have to do this, right? You graduated a couple of years ago. We don't still need to.
You're a decade removed from this. Like, you really need to.
They're not here anymore. KU's not here. But
y'all are in the SEC. We never see each other.
Yeah, whatever. But that's their thing.
They're always thinking about us.
Yeah.
Rent free.
I mean, I do the same thing when someone brings up the Coast Guard, but that's just because I'm just kidding.
That's so funny.
Okay.
Dude, I could be here forever. The last one. I'm not really a baseball fan. I've been to a couple games.
So truth be told, I meant to take this one out.
That's fair.
But because I didn't see baseball on your list. But
I'll say baseball's odd because it's so in the round. Like it's so like it's very odd compared to like all the other sports where it's two ends. So
yes.
For those at least like hockey, if I'm not on the glass, I want to be dead center, like second tier. Because you can really see the ice. And, like, when you're watching TV, the camera's always shifting. So being able to watch, like, a play develop and a team regroup and, like, all of these things that you can't see on TV, that I love about a hockey game. And so when you're up a little bit and can really see the, like, pieces move on the chessboard, that's a blast. So
a lot of people, when I like this question, though, because a lot of people will say, like, well, I want to be right behind home plate.
No.
Which is cool. Like, and I don't know how other stadiums do it. I'm sure it's very similar. But in Busch Stadium, if you sit right behind home plate, there are these like green seats. You have like a waiter. You have like they bring you unlimited food and drinks and stuff like that, and which is cool. But in my personal opinion, I love sitting up high at a baseball game.
Yeah.
Because you can still see, there's a giant screen, you can, if you need to see a close-up of someone, you can see it.
Right.
But also, you're kind of by yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're not boxed in with a bunch of people. Like,
again, from the guy who loves a vacation out in the middle of nowhere.
In the woods.
Like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I went to a game 2 years ago with a bunch of comics. And there was probably 12 of us,
oh, wow.
And we sat out as high up as you could go.
Yeah.
And it was perfect because we could sit there and we could goof off and we could talk shit and we could just do whatever and, play around and stuff like that. And it was fun. And everybody got drunk because maybe some people snuck some alcohol into the stadium, and maybe
no issues.
I don't know if they did or not, but
right.
Yeah. They might. I don't know. I didn't know that Busch Stadium started selling a fifth of Jägermeister, but maybe they do. I don't know.
New deal, new sponsor.
Yeah. Exactly.
New team sponsor.
But it's just that's so much fun for me because also and there weren't any kids around, so it's like you don't you're
not watching just
cut back
much.
And just be. That's one thing that I cannot stand is. I don't care if people swear. I don't care if people are dirty on stage and stuff like that. But like if you're out in public and there's kids around, like come on.
Yeah, when I was hanging with Tim's kids, there were a couple times I like caught myself. I was like, oh shoot.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
It's hard. It is hard. I have to do it. There's times I slip up. Like when I stub my toe at home, I'm not.
Oh, the craziest things I've ever said have been stubbing my toe.
Yeah,
stubbing my toe or hitting my shin. Like when you hit the shin in the wrong spot.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever walked into a trailer hitch? Like walking behind like a truck and catch a trailer hitch to the shin and it just burns.
Dude.
And
Yes. The one that got me was in high school. It was one of those benches that has the like metal platforms off to the side for the spotters.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I was carrying a bunch of the like blue plastic box jump things. And so my vision is like cut off basically at like my chin, and I didn't see it, and I hit my shin right on the metal thin set. Oh, dude, took me down. I've said things I never even knew were in my vocabulary at that point. It was that kills me.
You said homunculus or
homogenous,
whatever.
Homunculus.
That's
tree nursery. God, dang,
slave one.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Oh, dude, the whole gamut.
No, I
would have made my grandma blush. It was.